Man, you know what aggravates me most? And I know it's noon, and y'all are gonna say I'm a bum, but like, I'm normally not up this early, man. And I'm up this early because we had to do the phone call with Repool, with the hedge fund company. And we're gonna talk a little bit about what happened. We had 5 or 6 people that were in there on the call, so let's talk about it.
The longest time. Whoa, for the long.
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
So, um, I spoke with, and a couple of you guys did too. I saw a couple people on the call, Jay and a few other people, talking with Repool. Now, Repool is a company that basically helps people that want to set up their own hedge fund get past a lot of the stuff they may not understand, right? People that actually work or worked on the street and know the regulations and rules and things of that nature. Now, as I've said before, I I don't have a Series 7. I'm not an investment advisor, and I don't offer financial advice. That said, we were looking for a method or a way to buy uh, Stellantis stock as one group. Now, one of the interesting things that we did find out on that call is we don't need to be a majority investor. Like he was explaining and me looking at the rule, and they also posted it in the chat. And I'm waiting. They're going to send me a copy of the call. I may post that as a video if you guys want to see that. But he posted in the chat the rule and regulation on where we would really only need to get like 5%, 5% in to be able to file the necessary paperwork to become a massive thorn in the side of Stellantis. Now, how do we get there? So after we get off the Zoom call with after we get off the Zoom call with Repool and some of you guys that were on there, I reach out to my personal attorney, who is David, and he forwards me over to another guy named Jonathan. And I just got off the phone with Jonathan, and one of you guys had an ingenious idea and asked the question during the call, well, what if we create a company that just buys Stellantis stock? Now, here's the thing. Legally, we can't buy just Stellantis stock. But if the mission of the company was to acquire brands, not just stock, and this is what the attorney was telling me, if we are a group or a company that is trying to purchase brands from Stellantis, and by doing so, purchasing up pieces of their company as a leverage to be like, give us this, y'all can have this, then it might be legal. What's crazy about this is he said it's only been done a couple of times, and it's been done. It was done the most recently when Kmart was folding up and people were trying to buy a lot of the assets and interests and trademark from Kmart, and it was done again after the debacle with Enron. So that's a little further back. But outside of that, that vehicle has not been used to purchase companies. Normally, they're just massive capital funds, and they come in and they, buy into a company. Similar to what's happened to Chrysler before. I mean, you had an investment firm like, was it Service, back in the day, that purchased Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram, and literally just destroyed it before FCA came in. So, do I feel like there's not a valid vehicle? in the traditional sense, like creating a hedge fund, I would evidently not unless there are only 100. And I don't want, that's the thing I don't like about this. I want this to be able to be open to everybody. This is like, and I know this is going to sound crazy and people are going to say that this is, whimsical or fantastical or whatever, but I would really like to be able to create something where, have you ever heard of a co-op? Like people own their own electric company, like everybody owns it, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine if the Brotherhood itself, all of us that actually care about the brand, own the brand? That's the goal. I know that sounds crazy and it sounds whimsical or whatever, but that's the goal. But I wanted to give you guys an update and talk a little bit about how the call went. And I'm sure these guys from Wall Street are like, who are these rich assholes that want to get everybody involved? So here's the other thing too, though. Now, at least with them, with repool, is they do like some of their due diligence, right? They're not setting up a call with anybody. They want to make sure that you actually have the money to be able to do what you want to do. And at least on my side, I have the capital investment to be able to put the company together, right? Or we could have put the fund together. But limiting it to only 100 people, granted, if I had 100 Mopar crazy enthusiasts and we were able to get to that 5% threshold, I think it would be awesome. But I feel like we leave out everybody else. So here's what I want to do. I want to kind of have a discussion with you guys. And we're going to open this up live. Maybe later this evening, if you're open to it. I'm going to publish this right away because it's only been about 30 minutes or so after this call. And we can talk about it. And we can talk about the different things. And then as a community, which, it's not like there's a ton of people here. It's only 100,000 or so people, right? But we could talk about it as a community and find out how we want to move forward. Because if it comes down to a thing of, well, let's just create a company that buys assets. Let's just create a company that is looking to buy brands, right? And as long as we focus and target on something secondary to Stellantis, according to counsel, according to my attorney, or my attorney's friend, we're legal. If we're only pushing, if we're creating a company just to buy Stellantis only, we can't do it. But if we find something else, like maybe there's something else in the automotive space, I don't know, that is also ripe for the picking, as well as with Stellantis, why not? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I will set a live stream up for this evening. If you're interested on being a guest or speaking, you don't have to have your face on camera. It could be audio only, but I'd like to have it on so we have a record of it so people know who's coming in and what we're talking about. Similar to what Repool did today when they recorded the call with us. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And times are Pacific. So if I say 6 p.m., it's going to be 9 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast. So, but anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you're not on the live stream later and you're just going into your weekend, I hope you have a very happy July 4th. Happy Independence Day, you savages. Thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And stay petty, my friends.